Hello everyone, this is Pratiksha Paul, a second year MBBS student at GMCH Sundargarh, Odisha, and welcome back to my channel, The Sands of Time. And as you have already seen from the title of the video, that we are going to discuss today about the some things about the first year MBBS. Basically, first thing is when you entered MBBS in the first year, you encounter three subjects, that is anatomy, physiology, and biochemistry. And fortunately, I have managed to get three distinctions in all of them. And for a first year medico, not gonna lie, all of them can make you so much overwhelmed when you just joined MBBS after NEET. So we are going to discuss about all three topics, that is anatomy, physiology, and biochemistry. What I did, which make the topics simpler for me. So first things first, let's talk about anatomy. So anatomy is the subject that you read about the structural organization of the body and the organ systems. This was the favorite subject for me in first year, and I have also taught my university in anatomy. So, what I feel that the most difficult thing about anatomy is the amount of information it holds, which is a lot. You cannot remember everything about every nerve, every blood vessel, every muscle, but the important things you should remember that will come in the exam or in the viva or practical that will help you fetching good marks. So, what I used to do for anatomy is first things first, you attend the lecture of your college. Okay, I understand that in college lectures you cannot understand anything and everything, but at least you can remember 5 to 10%, catch up 5 to 10% of the things, if not all. So there are two parts to every subject, that is a practical part and a theory part. So let's talk about the theory part of anatomy first. So the theory part of anatomy gets the structural anatomy, then embryology and histology. For anatomy, what I used to do is attending the classes of my college, and I understand one cannot get anything and everything that is in the classes the teachers taught, but at least 5 to 10% of the things you can catch up. That will help you in the revision process later, and you will feel easier to study by yourself when you read in the room. After my classes, then I used to attend the video lectures of Dr. Ashwini sir from eGurukul. If you do not have the subscription, then you can also watch the video lectures from YouTube. They are also good. Then I used to make notes of my own from the video lectures that will help you revising the things faster before exam, and trust me, it will be very helpful before your university exams. For textbook, I used to read BD Chaurasia. I used to read it line by line because it will help you remember the things better. And if you don't form your own notes, then you can also read BDC and make your notes, if not by video lectures. After completing your video lectures and your notes, then you take out your important topic list of your university, that the topics that used to come in exam every year or every other year. Then you revise the topics and remember them and practice them by writing. When writing question answers, the soul of anatomy is drawing diagrams. You draw as much as diagrams you can, but remember it is time consuming, so be aware of that, because you have to write also. Not only diagram helps, but if you don't write anything and draw a diagram, then you can fetch half of the mark that the question carries. So diagram is really helpful in anatomy. The other two important aspects of anatomy is embryology and histology. There is also general anatomy. Students tend to ignore these topics, but there are questions that come from these topics, and you can easily score marks in them. So, for embryology and histology, I did not do any lectures. I just read the textbook. For embryology, I read Yogesh Santoke, and for histology, I followed Ivy Singh for the text, and for the diagrams, I followed Diffuse Atlas because this is the book that is followed by the HOD of our anatomy department in our college. So there is nothing to do much. Just read the text, and you are good to go for the exams. And for general anatomy, yes, there are questions that come from general anatomy, so don't ignore general anatomy. There are short questions, there are short notes also that come from general anatomy. At least in our university, you can adjust the importance of the topics according to the question pattern of your university. Now, coming to the practical part of anatomy, you should attend all the DH and doing the dissection in the dissection hall because it will help you remember the structures nicely, and you can get a visual memory from it and also remember your theory part better. But for your practical purpose, you have to identify the structures present in the body. So you have to attend the dissection classes. Then for practical purposes, the Viva and all, you have your theories. That is, you can read the book for the Viva purposes. But if you don't have the dissection classes, or you missed some of your dissection classes, then you can also watch them from YouTube. I will recommend you the YouTube channel, that is the Viva Course of Anatomy. They have very good dissection lectures in YouTube, and I have also watched them before my exams for revision purposes. So they have also their revision lectures of upper limb, lower limb, abdomen. So they are very helpful before exams. A very important part of anatomy practical is about the bones. You have to revise with your friends about the bones, the muscle attachment, the nerves passing by, the blood vessels passing by. Otherwise, you cannot remember them, and you will end up mixing all the things together. For bones, you have a very good YouTube channel that I can suggest you is the Jory MBBS. Also, Viva Goals of Anatomy has their bone section, but I like Johari MBBS more for the bones. You can have their bone charts and revise them shortly before your exams. And remembering bones is easier when you discuss it with your friends. So, coming to the next subject, that is physiology. Physiology is a very vast subject where you read about the functional organization of the body and different organs. So, in the initial days, I found it a bit difficult because I did not understand what to read and what not to read because there are a lot of information. So, I started with attending video lectures. After attending the classes in my college, so I attended video lectures of Dr. Vivek sir from Physics Wala. He teaches really good and simplified the concepts of physiology. You can also watch video lectures from YouTube as well. I will recommend you the channels of Dr. Preeti Tyagi ma'am and Johari MBBS also. After attending the video lectures, I made my own notes, and some topics I did not attend the video lecture. I directly read the textbook and then I summarize the topic in my copy. What I've written in the textbook because I did not like it in the video lectures. So the textbook I followed are Guyton and Akazen, and for very few topics I have also followed GKPAL. If you ask me for the overall healthy balance of all the subjects in physiology, I will recommend you to read Akazen for your university exams because you will write the answers better from reading Akazen because it was given in point wise manner that will make you write the answers easily. Uh, Guyton, not everyone can read Guyton, but you should read Guyton because the graphs, the diagrams from Guyton are directly coming in the PG exams. But now the PG exam is not important for you as the university exam is important. So you can read occasion and prepare for PG afterwards. For the practical purposes of physiology, you should have attended all your practical classes in your college. There are a viva part and a practical part. So the practical part I cannot help you. You have to learn it from your college. For the viva part, the theories that you will read in the text are the things that are asked, and for the practical purposes I can help you with a book that is the practical book of physiology by Ekagen. Is a really good book and it will help you memorizing the things that are asked in the viva practicals. And one more thing that is very important for the physiology practical is your manual that was given by your college. If you read your manual thoroughly, then also you can perform very well in your practicals. Now coming to biochemistry, this is the subject that I neglected the most in first year because I think I find it a little boring in the initial days. Apart from the fact that biochemistry was taught really well in our classes in college, uh, after classes, I used to watch the video lectures of Dr. Rajesh Jambulkar sir from YouTube itself and made my notes, or I also read the notes that prepared by Dr. Rajesh Jambulkar sir. It was really good for the university exams. You can rectify the whole note, and I can assure you, you can score really well in the university exams. Apart from the fact that you have to remember a lot of cycles, a lot of facts in biochemistry, this is the thing that I felt boring and a bit volatile also because I tend to forget the metabolites, the metabolism part of the biochemistry. So I used to write them in my whiteboard or in my copy and practice them multiple times. That was helping me for remembering the things. For textbook, I read Vasudevan line by line, just like I used to read NCRT in the NEET days. But it helped me a lot by understanding the concepts and also solving MCQs and short questions in university exams. So I will recommend you also to follow Vasudevan. It is a really good book. But apart from Vasudevan, you can also follow Lipin Cut for some topics like fatty acid metabolism. I personally read fatty acid metabolism from Lipin Cut. Uh, it was given really well in that book. But I don't recommend you to read Harper because it is a bit complicated and you cannot understand it on the first read, and also it will consume a lot of your time. So you can follow Vasudevan for all the topics, but the topics you don't understand, you can follow Lipincut. Again, for the practical purposes, it is same as physiology. You have to read your manual thoroughly that is given by your college. The tests that is performed in the practicals that are the urine analysis, the estimation of protein, estimation of glucose in blood. These are the things that are generally asked in the practicals, and the viva part is up to you because what you have read in the theory is asked in the viva only. So as much as you can remember that the basic concepts of biochemistry that is asked in the viva generally, so you don't have to worry for the viva part, but perform the test and the test related questions, answer them well. How you will perform in your university exam, that depends a lot on how you write your answers in the answer sheet. As I told, in anatomy you should draw as much as diagram as possible because it will be eye catching for the examiner, and if you draw diagrams and level it well, then if you don't remember everything in the theory part but the diagram is correct, then you can get good marks in anatomy. For physiology and biochemistry also you have to draw some diagrams, not a lot diagrams in just like anatomy, but in physiology and biochemistry you have to draw a lot of flowcharts, lot of cycles that can summarize the topic in a short space. Because if you write pages and pages, no one will read them, and no one have the time to read them. The examiners have don't uh, that much time to read 2 pages of answer. But if you summarize the 2 pages of answer in one table or in one flowchart, then it will be easy for them to read, and they will be happily giving you marks. So these are the things that I used to do in my first year MBBS to get distinction in all the three subjects, fortunately. And let me know how will they help you. So this is it for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Drop your comments and your suggestions in the comment box. I will read them and I will love to hear from you.